Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to Leibold Field here in Richmond as we bring you Red Devils football on Radio Troy Digital Sports, and welcome to the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. The Red Devils have their home opener tonight after a huge win last week on the road at Connorsville, beating the Spartans 34-16. That win snapping a 12-game losing streak and also avenging last year's overtime loss here at Leibold 22-16. Red Devils a dominating performance last week, especially on both the offensive and defensive lines. And, of course, in the rushing department, the Red Devils had a banner night, averaging 10.6 yards per carry as they rushed for over 308 yards on the evening. Weidberg, 189 yards, averaging 12.6 yards per carry himself. Good night for Alex Snedeker, just managing the football game the way that the Red Devils wanted him to. Only 7 pass attempts, 2 completions, 34 yards and a touchdown. Also had 51 yards rushing, good enough for 85 total yards on the night. And Julian Hogeen also 41 rushes. He averaged 13.7 yards per carry. So overall, a very good night for the Red Devils in the opener for head coach Tony Lewis and the Red Devils. Tonight, though, a different animal as Lawrence North in town out of the Mick and Patrick Mallory in his 6th season. They come off a huge win against Perry Meridian. They snapped an 8-game losing streak by beating Perry Meridian by a final of 64-7. We'll talk more about Lawrence North coming up a little bit later in the pregame as we'll scout the Wildcats and what they did last week, and they've got a lot of talent back from last year's team. We'll also take a look at both the NCC and the Tri-Eastern Conference schedules. Of course, a big weekend in the TEC. All 10 teams playing at Ball State starting tonight and ending with the 4 games tomorrow. We'll give you an update on that coming up a little bit later. And, of course, week 2 in the coaches' football poll. When we come back on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we're going to hear from head coach Tony Lewis, get his thoughts on his football team entering week number 2 of the high school football season. That is coming up next right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in. carry out, or have your food delivered day or night at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Boy, I tell you what, I was as proud of a football team as your team on Friday night as any team I've seen here in the 29 years I've been covering high school football, and that was a great win for you guys.
A very good win. Our kids, worked extremely hard in the off season and leading into that first week of practice, and obviously through the scrimmage and everything. And I thought our assistant coaches had a great game plan going into the game. Our kids executed it well. We gave up some silly stuff late in the game. But I thought our kids played extremely hard, and it was a good way to start the season for us.
Yeah, as you and I talked about afterwards, I thought you set the tone so early in that game that they were, speaking of Connorsville, battling uphill the entire time.
They were, and we felt like if we could get on them early and kind of put them on their heels a little bit, for lack of a better way of putting it, we wanted to put them away early, and we were able to do that for the most part, obviously going into halftime leading 28-0 and trying to get some things going in the second half and get some of our younger kids in, and we had some mistakes at that point. But, again, the coaching staff did a great job getting these kids ready to play, and they played extremely hard, and now we look forward to a tough Lawrence North team.
Coach, when you go back to the beginning of the ball game and your special teams kind of did set the tone as well, and you got that block punt and that set you up for the first touchdown, talk about that and how that also kind of really put the momentum in your favor.
It did. Stephon Huber made a great play on the block punt, and Jacob Haynes recovered it there, put us in great field position. We were able to score, I believe, on his own play, the next play, and get us off to a great start. So we told our kids all week, early games, especially week 1, week 2, week 3, a lot of times come down to special teams and turnovers, and we felt like if we could make a play in special teams, it'd give ourselves a better opportunity to win the game.
Yeah, not only did the Red Devils jump out 7-0, you come back again immediately. Your defense does a great job. You score quickly again. It's 14-0.
Right. I thought, Coach Cordova and our entire defensive staff did a great job getting our kids ready to play. Our kids, after I think it was a very beneficial, obviously, against Delta in the scrimmage, we had some blown things that we had. But I think looking back, playing Delta allowed us to do a lot of film work and understand that everything starts with your keys and your eyes, and our kids understood that a little bit better going into Connorsville, and that was a bonus for us. And I think during the week in practice, we actually practiced against their offense without using a football so that everybody understood they had a certain place they had to go.
Yeah. I tell you what, too, and we talk so much about offense, but your defense hit hard. There were a couple of plays, including Trayshawn Jones, who made the big hit on their one receiver. They got him looking around the next time they threw the football to him.
They did, and Trayshawn had a heck of a game for us. He was our defensive player of the game, probably made 4 to 5 outstanding plays for us, some big hits, a big tip ball on a fade. But overall, our defense played really well. Again, we gave up some stuff late, but very proud of our kids. And it's something that obviously we want to build on that weekly. So we'll hopefully build on last week's defensive effort this coming week.
After you had a chance to look at the film, were we pretty correct afterwards in talking about the physicality, the way you guys played up front?
We were more physical than we obviously were against Delta, and one of our things that's on the bottom of our practice plan is we want to be physical and be better conditioned than the other team we're playing. So I felt like we were in better condition. We'll continue to do a lot of different conditioning things at the end of practice, what we call our fourth quarter drill. And I thought we were more physical than Connorsville, and that's something that, again, we've got to continue to get better at.
When you look at your running attack, too, and we'll talk about Wyatt, and he gave all the credit to those guys up front, you could really see how those holes were opened up, and they were opened up very quickly, and he was able to choose where he wanted to go. Yeah,
and the great thing about Wyatt is one, he's a humble kid, and he did give the credit where the credit was due was our offensive line. Overall, our offensive line played extremely well. And along with that, Wyatt sees things really well. Our zone has basically three options to it. He's either going to bang it up in there, he's going to bend it, or he's going to bounce it. And he does a good job of reading what our offensive line is doing up front to determine what he does with it.
It takes a special running back to do that, to make that decision, because he's got to make it in a split decision.
He does. And again, Wyatt's vision is good, and he's got good quickness, obviously, and he's got good strength. Obviously, he broke some tackles for us last Friday night, which, again, with him being able to do that, it hopefully will open up the passing game down the road. Obviously, passing-wise, we didn't get much last week. It's something that we'll continue to work on. But in high school football, you got to be able to run the football.
Yeah, and Alec, in his defense, I mean, you're up that you really don't need to pass it too much, right?
You're exactly right. And, I'm sure some fans wanted us to throw the football, but the bottom line is week in and week out, we're going to do what we feel like we can do offensively for us to have a chance to be successful. If it's throwing the ball, we'll throw the ball. If it's run the ball, we'll run the ball. And what's working, we will continue to do. So we're not going to stray away from what's working. I think too many times you can do too many things, and I think that's kind of what our coaching staff has gone through today in preparation for Lawrence North. We're trying to pare things down to get better at some things that we need to do.
Yeah, I heard you talk to him a little bit ago about let's do this well, and that's exactly what you're talking about, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We need to get better at certain things and do those things well. And, as you move along throughout the season, you throw stuff out that you realize, hey, our kids can't do that. Yeah. And, a lot of what coaching is figuring out what your kids can and can't do and getting them in the right place to be successful. And, we're going to try and do that the best way we can.
Can you talk a little bit about the defense from a standpoint? They were playing a 3-4, I believe, last year. You go to a 4-2-5, I believe, this year. Talk about your philosophy defensively.
Well, again, a lot of that is based on our personnel, and we felt like that our personnel fit the 4-2-5 a little bit better. We don't have a lot of depth, on either side of the ball. But in terms of defensively, the 4-2-5 allows us. We probably have 6 to 7 kids that we can rotate at that defensive line. And for us, our defensive line is a big key in the 4-2-5. Those guys have got to keep their shoulders square. They got to keep those offensive linemen off our linebackers. Our linebackers have to read how they're getting blocked. And, basically our defensive linemen are going to get 3 type of blocks. They're going to get a down block, a reach block, or a drive block. And if they can get good at reading those 3 blocks and keeping their shoulders square, then we've got a chance to be successful in the back end with our linebackers and our strong safeties.
And not only did they, I think, again, back to the physicality side of things, they did exactly what you needed them to do, right?
They did. And we told them, a lot of times you're not going to get credit, and you may not make a tackle of your D lineman, but if you're keeping those guys off our linebackers and creating some technique matchups in terms of how you're defeating that block, you're going to put yourself in position to make tackles down the road. And our defensive linemen did that. We had a lot of tackles from our defensive ends, some from our tackles, and that was because they were keeping their shoulders square.
Well, before we talk about Lawrence North, the one thing that I noticed at least a lot on Friday night, I was mentioning names all over the place. So it wasn't 1 or 2 guys. You had a complete team effort on both sides of the football.
We did. And, some of our goals, we start with great pursuit defensively and gang tackling. And we felt like overall we did a pretty good job with our pursuit. And we had several guys around the ball that can always improve. And, we made some great plays. Obviously, we mentioned Trayshawn earlier. He made some great plays. We created some momentum in the special teams when we blocked the punt. Mm-hmm. That's one of our goals, and Stephon did a great job of that. So we're going to continue to get better, and our defense is all about pursuing to the football and getting a lot of guys there.
I'm glad you mentioned Stefan Huber, because that guy was everywhere, wasn't he? I mean, you're talking about playing offense, defense, which you got a lot of guys doing, as you mentioned, with a lack of depth. I thought his kicking was spectacular, because this young man was an okay kicker last year. I think he's a very good kicker this year.
He did a great job, and we're, kickoff-wise, he pinned some guys in the corner there, which is what we want to do. he's an excellent punter, and we can do some different things with him punt-wise in terms of fakes and stuff, and did a good job on our extra points. And he's very reliable in terms of field goals. So if we need to kick a field goal, we have confidence in him. So, yes, he did a great job. Also did a great job, made an open field tackle on one of the kickoffs, and he's one of our fastest guys. So we've made him – not many kickers are hitmen, but he's one of our hitmen on kickoff.
I think he might have been down there 2 or 3 times kicking off and making the tackle, wasn't he?
He was. And Julian Holguin was down there extremely quick, and I thought those two, along with Jewel Taylor, did a great job on our kickoff team.
Game 2, Friday night. We'll get to Lawrence North in a moment. Health-wise, how are you guys, at least at this stage, going into this one?
We had a couple guys banged up. Bryce Brown rolled his ankle there, I believe, in the third quarter. He iced it this weekend, and hopefully he'll be good to go. Hopefully Monday, but maybe by Tuesday or Wednesday. Also, Blaine Pierce tweaked his knee a little bit. He's had an issue with one of his knees. He tweaked it, and Saturday we took it easy on him as well. But, we use our Saturdays to come in and get the lactic acid out, do some running, do some lifting, and hopefully, again, going back to being in better condition. So those are the two main guys. We had a lot of guys that were sore, which are going to be on Saturday, but that's kind of what our program is built on Saturday is getting that soreness out.
Okay, Lawrence North, what do you see in them? And after you looking at them in the first week, what do you see?
A lot of speed. They play. Lawrence North plays in the MIC, which is probably – if not one of the toughest conferences in the country. It's in the top 2 or 3 toughest conferences in the country. And extremely fast. Lawrence North every year has a great track team. They've got some guys that can run on both sides of the ball. Offensively, got a very accurate quarterback. They like to run buck sweep. Their 2 guards are extremely athletic. They're going to be pulling quite a bit. They've got some good running backs. They'll run jet. They'll run buck sweep. They'll run some ISO, and then they'll run boot pass. And they've got fast guys on the outside where they can wheel guys as well. So offensively, very tough to cover a lot of different fast guys that they have. And again, they've got a big offensive line. Their 2 tackles are 6'5 plus. 2 guards are probably 6'1", 6'2", and about 260. And move extremely well. I think the key to their offensive line is their guards. And then defensively, they'll be in a 4-4 type look. They'll run some man free. They may run a little bit of cover 3, but basically they're going to be man and lock your outside guys down and put a lot of guys in the box to stop the run.
Yeah, don't let that last year record fool you, right?
No.
Yeah.
If you take away their 8 losses were in the conference, which is like I said, the toughest conference in the country, and they're extremely good. They looked extremely good in their scrimmage. Won last week against Perry Meridian handily. Gave up 1 touchdown and scored over 60 points. They were up basically 43-0 at halftime. So they put a lot of points on the board, so it's going to be a big challenge for our defense. But again, it's in our thinking is this game is going to get us ready for conference play.
Right.
We're going to learn some stuff about ourselves. Our concern this week, going into this week, is how are we going to get better? We're going to watch film on Lawrence North, and we're going to know their tendencies, and we're going to know what they do. But more importantly, we've got to get better. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, how would you? It's a challenge to coach anywhere. But how would you like to coach week in and week out in the MIC, huh?
That'd be tough. Now, it depends. Again, they're dealing with probably close to 3,000 students. So you got a lot of different players to choose from, but that's a tough conference. I know some of the coaches in the conference, and it's just a meat grinder of a conference. Every week you're playing a tough opponent. So it's a great conference.
It's like playing in college, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
yes, it is. You've got some great talent and some great big guys. And, the Big Ten and Notre Dame, different places, mine some of those talented guys from the MIC.
Looking forward to being home, aren't you? I mean, it's great to be home.
It's great to be home.
Wish me luck, we've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Welcome back once again to Leibold Field as we get set for the kickoff. We're about 10 and a half minutes away from the opening kick of tonight's home opener, the Red Devils and the Lawrence North Wildcats, here on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame show. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you in part by Best Western Classic of Richmond. When visiting the Richmond area, there's one clear choice when looking for the best place to stay. That's the Best Western Classic. Best Western is dedicated to providing you with the best possible travel experience, and they operate in an industry built on trust and guest satisfaction, and this can only be achieved through communication and experienced support. At the Best Western Classic of Richmond, you get the most amenities available, including indoor pool, fitness center, conference space, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, 533 West Eaton Pike in Richmond. Time to take a look at the Wildcats of Lawrence North. Boy, you heard the coach talk about them a couple of moments ago. Don't let their 2017 record fool you. They finished at 2-8, but night in and night out, having to compete in the MIC against the Carmels, Warren Centrals, Lawrence Central, and Ben Davis can be a daunting task for anyone. Patrick Malloy in his Patrick Mallory in his sixth season. He is 11-40 with the school. They finished last year again at 2-8, and again opened up with a win over Perry Meridian in their opening contest, snapping a 8-game losing streak. 64-7 was the final. The last 5 years, this team has been up and down. Go back to 2013, they finished 0-9. They went 1-9 in 2014, improved much more in 2015 and 2016, going 3-8 and 4-6, and then again dropped to 2-8. Last season. Against the Red Devils, Lawrence North has won 5 out of the 7 contests. The last time they played back in the 2005 season, Lawrence North won that contest 28-10. Last Red Devil win back in 1992. Red Devils won that one 27-17. This is a good team. Don't let, again, the record fool you. They have athletes, they have speed, and they have size. Keep an eye on a couple of players tonight. One of those will be their starting quarterback. That is Donovan McCulley, just a sophomore, taking over the starting spot from his brother Darren McCulley, who last year threw for 824 yards and rushed for 289. Now, McCulley is being looked at and is already being offered by Indiana. He is 6'4", 170 pounds. Keep an eye on Donovan McCulley here tonight. James Noble III, their leading rusher, coming back from last year, 258 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Josh Sellers at the receiver spot, 17 receptions, 208 yards. And they've got a very good linebacker in Dion Pettiford. Pettiford already committing to Indiana State, coming off 52 tackles last year. And keep an eye on defensive back Harold Jones, 73 tackles 1 year ago. If it comes down to kicking, they've got a good one in Connor Benson. Benson averaging 38 yards per punt a year ago, 18 of 19 in point after attempts, and 2 for 2 from the field goal department. Watching him in pregame warm-ups, he's consistently hitting from 35 and 40 yards out. We'll keep an eye on other guys, just like Keyshawn Smith, and we'd mentioned already James Noble in that backfield. They got a good fullback as well. And Kyoto Stewart, who is a senior, will be their lead blocker going into this one here tonight. So there you have it, the table set for Lawrence North. We'll keep an eye on them as they are very deep, and they will go 11 on each side. That'll be a huge challenge for this Red Devil football team here tonight. When we come back on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we'll take a look at what's going on in the NCC and a big weekend in the Tri-Eastern Conference. All of those teams getting a chance to play at Ball State University. That is coming up in just a few moments. Stay right there. This is Richmond football, exclusively on Radio Troy Digital Sport.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame in Richmond, Indiana was founded in 1973. Its mission is to honor the men and women who have excelled in high school, college, or professional football based on their coaching, athletic ability, citizenship, scholarship, and significant supporting contributions to the game of football. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame includes retrospection from Indiana's prestigious football history, from the late 1800s to the present. When you visit the hall, you'll see the names like Weebu Bank, Vegas Ferguson, Newt Rockne, and Lamar Lundy. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame is located at 815 North A Street in Richmond and is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. There is no entrance fee and donations are appreciated. Take time to visit Indiana football history at the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. Back once again here at Leibold Field as we're again moments away from the opening kickoff. A busy night in the North Central Conference in week number 2. Anderson playing at Pendleton Heights. It is Burbuff on the road at Indianapolis Tech. Frankfort is at Logansport. Harrison traveling to Western Boone. Lafayette Jeff will be at Western tonight. Marion at Mount Vernon. Muncie Central at Yorktown. Plymouth at Kokomo. And boy, Kokomo got spanked last week by New Pal 77-0. McCutcheon home against West Lafayette. We mentioned the Tri-Eastern Conference getting a special treat this week. They're playing at Ball State. Tonight, Northeastern and Tri, they're kicking things off right now. And then tomorrow, bright and early at 10 o'clock, it'll be Lincoln against Union County. Hagerstown plays Centerville tomorrow. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff time. Union City against Monroe Central at 1, and Winchester plays Knightstown. That is a 4 o'clock start time. Latest Indiana Coaches Association football polls: Warren Central number 1 in 6A, followed by Carmel, Ben Davis, Avon, and Penn. Cathedral number 1 in 5A, followed by New Pal, Michigan City, Decatur Central, and Roncalli. In 4A, the defending champions East Central number 1, followed by Lowell, Dwenger, Wrights, and Northwood. In 3A, Evansville Memorial, the top team, followed by Chittard, West Lafayette, Fort Wayne Lures, and Gibson Southern. In 2A, Southridge is your number 1 team. Then it's Cecina, Evansville, Mater Dei, Eastbrook, and Western Boone. And then Pioneer, number 1 in Single A, followed by North Central, Monroe Central, Adams Central, and Churubusco. Hagerstown this week tied with Eastside at number 10. They're number 8 in the latest AP poll. You see the captains now meeting at midfield for this one here tonight. This has been the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Do not go away. We will come back. The kickoff is coming up next right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. Red Devils will get the football first. They'll receive the football going left to right as Lawrence North in their all-white uniforms here tonight, looking to go to 2-0. Both teams again with big wins last week and both ending long losing streaks. Kicking things off for the Wildcats, as we mentioned, we watched him a little bit in the warm-ups. It'll be Connor Benson. Benson is a senior, and he will tee it up at the 40, and here we go. Richmond will be on offense first as the Red Devils rushed for over 300 yards last week. Let's see if they can keep it up tonight against this Wildcat defense. Great to have you with us wherever you may be watching Richmond football. Of course, all those halftime activities coming up as well. It'll be a short kick. Red Devils will have a return inside the 5 in Richmond's first offensive possession, and on the return for the Red Devils, and a nice return, Wyatt Bird. He and Trayshawn Jones will be the primary return men for the Red Devils again tonight. So Richmond will have the football, hash mark left. And we mentioned in the pregame Alex Snedeker, the 5'10", 145-pound senior, 2 of 7 last week, but did run the football effectively against Connorsville. Big defensive front. We'll talk about that defense as we go along tonight. It'll be a 4-man front, a 4-3 defense facing the Red Devils here tonight. Richmond will work out of the shotgun. Wyatt Bird, the lone setback. They'll work with 2 receivers to the short side and a single receiver, actually 2 to the near side. Here's Bird on the carry. Big hole up the middle at the 40. Still on his feet out to the 43-yard line. And that offensive line already opening up some big holes for the Red Devils. So put the football, as we mentioned, at the 43. That is a 20-yard run by Wyatt Bird. Bird 189 yards rushing last week. Richmond will stay with that same formation. They will go double wide to each side and stack those receivers, really giving the Red Devils a chance to run the football. That opens things up in the middle and really spreads out that Lawrence North defense. Snedeker again out of the shotgun. Bird, the lone setback. Here's Wyatt again. Wyatt this time cut down before he can make a move to the outside. That is John Riggins. Riggins, the inside linebacker, there to make the stop. So that'll be a gain of a single yard. Red Devils now 21 yards rushing here in the opening period of play. Put the football at the 44-yard line. Richmond is going to do what I thought they would probably do. You really want to make sure you keep the football out of Lawrence North's hands, and that means using as much of the play clock as you possibly can. Again, the Red Devils lack depth. They don't have what Lawrence North has, so you're going to have guys going both ways, and that means you need to preserve some of these guys late in the ball game. Wyatt again on the carry out to the 46-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 yards. And now we're looking at 3rd down at about 7 for the Red Devils. Richmond staying with a 4-man receiver formation at the moment. Hill is on the near side. Richmond is also using Julian Holguin to the near side. Looks like Trayshawn Jones, the 6'4 receiver. Boy, he's big defensively last week. He's one of the 2 receivers that will be split wide to the left. Big 3rd down here for the Red Devils. They've run that play clock down to 7. Here's Snedeker. Here comes the pressure. Puts it in the air. Ball's caught and then dropped. Big hit. Boy, and Hill had it, and he got nailed. Coming up to make the big-time hit for the Wildcats, Jeremy Lee. So that gives you an idea. The Wildcats able to hit on 4th down, or I should say on that big 3rd down play, now 4th down and 7. So the Red Devils, let's see if they're going to go ahead and go for it right here. This certainly would be a gutsy play at the 46-yard line. It looks like they're going to drop back and punt the football. And, boy, this young man right here, excellent game last week. Stephen Huber had to have been the special teams player of the game. Not only what he was able to accomplish in that block punt early, and the Red Devils going to get a timeout early as well. We will take a break. Red Devils 3rd, or should say 4th down and 7, football at the 46. No score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Scoreboard.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make power
powerful partners.
Red Devils will go and punt it away right here after a timeout and a very, very brief meeting. Stephanie Huber is deep, standing inside his own 35-yard line. Huber takes a look and puts a good leg into this one. End-over-end punt will go away from the return man, falls at the 25, and the return will be picked up at the 25-yard line and ran out of bounds on the far side at about the 40. So first possession for Lawrence North, and they're going to have pretty good field position. So now we'll see if that Richmond defense can do what they did last week and really shut down Connorsville until the very end of that ball game. Darren McCulley, the starting quarterback of a year ago on special teams, on the return for the Wildcats. So again, football at the 40. Red Devils 24 yards in their first offensive possession, and now the Wildcats go to work, and they're going to run it right up the middle. Big hole, 50, 45, 40 to the outside. Good speed down the sideline, and nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Lawrence North. And striking immediately was Kyoto Stewart, the fullback, scoring, and he goes 60 yards and a touchdown. Well, that's the speed that we talked about just a couple of moments ago in the pregame that the Wildcats have, and they open up a huge hole up the middle. And so the Wildcats strike first. Connor Benson will come in to attempt the extra point. And that got the crowd's attention as now they'll line up for the extra point. Mentioned Benson, a very good kicker. Again, that was Stewart, the fullback. Imagine what we look like when you see Keyshawn Smith and James Noble as the extra point is good. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Lawrence North strikes first. They lead Richmond 7-0. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Well, Red Devils get hit in the mouth early in this one. They, of course, last week hit Connorsville early with that block punt and the early score, so let's see how the Red Devils will react after giving up a 60-yard touchdown run. Boy, that thing opened up very quickly in the middle of the field, and once he bounced to the outside, Red Devils not enough speed to catch Stewart, who scores from 60. So again, for the Red Devils, they will get the football for the second time here tonight. Everything on the ground so far in the first very short possessions. On the return, it's going to drive the Red Devils back into the end zone. So Richmond will have the football 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. They started their last drive at the 23, got that big run by Wyatt Bird of 20 yards, and then everything stalled after that. 9:06 remaining here in period number 1. Red Devils have gone exclusively with the 4 wide stack on each side. There you see all 4 receivers. Hill stays in. Boy, he took that big hit in the first possession. Wasn't able to hold on to the football. Wyatt Bird in the backfield. Once again for the Red Devils. Richmond not very deep in the running back position. In fact, all their positions really not very deep. And Bird again on the carry, and he's going to get smothered. In fact, may lose a couple of yards back to the 18-yard line. First loss for the Red Devils here tonight. It'll be second down. Let's say just a loss of 1 yard, so let's call it second down and 11. One thing Richmond will have to eventually do is be able to throw the football, especially when you fall behind. If it gets to the point where the Red Devils fall behind too much tonight, we'll see what Alex Snedeker will be able to do with the offense. But again, they're going to try to run as much of that play clock down as they can. Here's the throw to the sideline, and that's going to be over the outstretched arms. Pass intended that time for Huber on the sideline. So the Red Devils with their second incomplete pass. Now the Red Devils faced with a third down and about 11. Well, one thing you'll see Lawrence North probably do a lot, they're going to key in on Wyatt Bird as much as they can and perhaps dare the Red Devils to throw the football here tonight. Richmond this time will spread those receivers out. No stack this time. As you see, they'll go 3 wide, 2 to the left. Here's the handoff to Bird. Bird, nothing there. Got to the original line of scrimmage at about the 20. So that'll be a gain of a yard, and Richmond's punting unit will come out once again. So 8:15 remaining. Here in the first quarter, Lawrence North will get it back for the second time. Deep once again for the Wildcats will be Darren McCulley. We mentioned McCulley, the brother of the starting quarterback, and Donovan McCulley. But Donovan being offered by IU, and they like that 6'4" frame that he has and his ability to run this offense, so they have moved now his brother to the return game. Huber will punt it away. High snap, good protection. The kick is a high spiral punt to the near side that eventually goes out of bounds. A good field position for Lawrence North. They have their first possession at the 40. This one they're going to get once they mark it off where it went out of bounds. He just keeps moving up, doesn't he? He all the way to the 45. So now first down for the Wildcats. Now Stewart back in, Keyshawn Smith, James Noble, all upperclassmen in that backfield. Their offensive line of Anderson, Alexis, Travis, Cueto, and Waters. They too, other than Travis, all upperclassmen. This time, handoff up the middle, out to about the 49. Let's see where they'll put the football eventually when he's brought down on the carry again, Stewart. So let's put him at the 48. Didn't quite make it to the 49. I think he's a little bit shy of the 49-yard line, so a 3-yard gain. It'll be second down and about 7. Wildcats do use the huddle offense, but boy, they're quick to the line of scrimmage. He'll use an H-back as well. Handoff, they'll look to run around the right side, cut back to the 49. Not much there for Keyshawn Smith. Maybe a yard. Wildcats third down. We'll call it third down and 6. Have to get to the Richmond 45-yard line. One thing about the Wildcats, you know that they have the depth the Red Devils do not have. They can bring in fresh bodies, and they will continue to do so. So a big third down play here for this Richmond defense. See if they can get a stop. Shotgun formation again. They'll look to throw. Boy, you don't want this guy to get loose. He does, and he's going to get the first down. Down to about the 43-yard line. So 43 of Richmond, first down. Good enough for 8 yards on that carry by the quarterback, Donovan McCulley. Red Devils love to see if they can get him into a throwing situation tonight. Maybe not quite the thrower that he will be, only a sophomore. 5:52 to go here in the opening period of play. McCulley again. He runs into his running back, throws, ball caught far side and driven back. See where they'll give him forward progress on the reception. First pass completed by the Wildcats. We'll put it at the 36-yard line. So gain of 7 on the pass. And now second down at about 3 for the Wildcats. Richmond faced a Connorsville team last week, a left-handed quarterback that didn't really throw until later in the ball game. Red Devils did a very good job against Connorsville in the pass. Here's McCulley on the roll and the throw. Ball caught near side, 20, and then stepped out of bounds. See if they put him at the 19-yard line. It will be at the 19. So that'll be another first down for the Wildcats. You get a pretty good idea of how McCulley can throw right there. 17 yards on the pass. Now 24 yards through the air for Donovan McCulley. Boy, Richmond, again, doesn't want to go down in this one this early after giving up that big play. That is Keyshawn Smith just to the right as they'll work under center for the first time. McCulley to throw, rolls. Ball knocked down, almost intercepted. And Richmond nearly had the interception. Stepping in front of that pass, Alex Snedeker. Read it well and able to knock it down for the incomplete pass. But, boy, he had at least the interception. Second down and 10. Nice play that time by Snedeker. James Noble, the one running back we talked about in the pregame, split wide to the right. They're going to run the football sweep to the right side. Not a whole lot there. Good tackle, Stephen Huber. See where they put the football at around the 17-yard line. Just a gain of a couple on that play. 4 minutes, 26 seconds remaining here in the opening period of play. This time the Wildcats go trips to the left. They're going to spread it out. McCulley with one running back in the backfield, set to throw. Quick hitter in the flat. Look out, blocker's head. 10, 5, touchdown, Lawrence North. You could see it coming. You see the blockers on that left side. It'll be James Noble on the catch. We saw him lined up to the right the last time. But 17 on the pass play, and now the Red Devils trail this one 13-0. Yeah, we may take that away. Looks like we may. Do we have a penalty? We do. That's good news. So I think that's going to go against the Wildcats, and it is. So Richmond will catch a break right there, put the football back to the 20. .405 remaining. We'll put the football at the 20-yard line. And we'll call it now third down, excuse me. McCulley set to throw on third. Now we'll tuck it and run, and he's going to be brought down at around the 17. So that's going to be a gain of just 3 yards. And now the Wildcats faced with a 4th down and 8. And the penalty will help the Red Devils right here as now the kicker coming in, Connor Benson. So Richmond catches a break in the holding penalty, and now their defense will hold. Let's see what Benson can do as we'll place the football at the 25. So a 35-yard attempt here for Benson. We saw him hitting this in the pregame. The kick is on the way, and it is good. So Benson 35 yards out. So instead of the Red Devils giving up the touchdown, they give up the field goal. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Lawrence North on top of the Red Devils, 10-0. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-size volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise, the Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or sell, he will donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice. in your name if you mention this offer. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer, and we're listening with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. Red Devils trail at 10-0 back here at Leibold Field. Home opener for the Red Devils, and boy, they were in jeopardy going down 14-0, but the holding penalty costing the Wildcats, and now Richmond will get the football back once again. Bird is deep, Jones deep, the kick is short. And Richmond will get a return right here, and it's going to be Huber, I believe, on the return out to about the 25-yard line. So Richmond's going to get the football for the third time tonight. They started their first drive at the 23, their second drive at the 20. And this one will start at the 25. There you see Huber right there. Again, big special teams play last week. 3 minutes, 13 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. The Red Devils will go with Huber and Holguin to the near side. Trayshawn Jones split wide left. Richmond has yet to get the football past or at least to the 50-yard line so far here tonight. And again, they continue to use that play clock as much as they possibly can. Handoff Bird. Bird will get a couple, not much there, maybe two. Bird has been the busy ball carrier from last week, 189 yards coming into this one here tonight. He'll be a workhorse again tonight. Not, again, as we mentioned earlier, a whole lot behind him. So now the Red Devils go back to that original setup. They've gone too wide on each side. They're trying to find a way to spread out this Lawrence North defense. 2nd down and 8. Bird again, nothing at all. He got stacked up and met immediately as Richmond unable to open up some holes in the middle. XL Brooks, one of the first ones there for the Wildcats. And also coming out of that pile, it may be number 10. That is Dion Pettiford. We talked about Pettiford. He's on his way to Indiana State. So they're going to put that football right at the 27. No gain on the carry. And now 3rd down and long once again for Richmond. Trayshawn Jones to the near side. Well, you see the Red Devils all looking to the sideline, and now that play clock down to 7. Bird the lone setback. Richmond's going to have to call their second timeout here in the first half. We will take a quick timeout as well as Richmond will gather to talk about the situation they're faced with right here. Stay right there. This is Richmond Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Are you looking for the right place to work out, a place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Red Devils using their second timeout here in the first half. Welcome back again to Leibold Field. Richmond trailing this one 10-0, and again, big 3rd down play right here. They will have to get to the 35-yard line for a first down. Red Devils again will try to spread it out. Wyatt Bird remains in as the lone setback. Snedeker working exclusively out of the shotgun. Needs protection right here. Snedeker rolling, looking for time. Puts it in the air, and that's overthrown and intercepted at the 50. There will be a return. 45 looking for blockers. At the 40. 35-30. 25-20. Up the right sideline and all the way in for the score. And a return unless he stepped out of bounds. It looks like he may have at the 5-yard line. We wait and see. And we do have a flag back at the 22-yard line. And now they'll sort it out and see if that's going to be a return. The Wildcats are acting like that is the case. Jordan St. Clair, the return for the score. On a 3rd down and 7 pass that went over the head of the intended receiver. So that'll be a 50-yard touchdown return on the interception. The penalty against the Red Devils. And Richmond down in this one now 16-0 here in the opening period of play. And Connor Benson coming in to attempt the extra point. Boy, that ball just sailed over the head of the intended receiver. Looked like it may have been Trayshawn Jones. There will be a fake. And the 2-point conversion is good, as running the football in for the 2-point conversion, backup quarterback Darren McCulley. So on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils trail this one 18-0, 1:22 remaining in the opening period.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Back here at Leibold Field. Red Devils down 18-0. Here in period number 1, the interception return of 50 yards for the score. Now Richmond will get the football back for the 4th time tonight. Richmond has had no field advantage to speak of whatsoever here in the first half. Their first possession at the 23, second possession at the 20, their third possession at the 25, and they have yet to get it across the 50-yard line. Benson's going to kick this one to the end zone. So Richmond will start at their own 20-yard line. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub. Artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken. And Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. So again, Richmond trying to run that play clock down. And boy, it's a good strategy. Only problem is now you're going to have to find some offense here against the Wildcats. Richmond 1 short on their offense, on their offensive line. Sam Gamboa late to come in. First down and 10 at the 20. They look to hand it off. Broken play. Snedeker will carry it himself. Flag is down. That's probably a hold. That was a pretty good run by Snedeker, but I think we're going to bring it back. He looked to turn and hand it off to Wyatt Bird. Bird went one way, and there was no one to hand the football off to, and there's your holding penalty right there. So now the Red Devils, that is, I believe, their first holding penalty of the night. 1:16 remaining. We're still in the opening period of play. Well, I don't think there's any illusions whatsoever that Richmond is going to play with this Lawrence North team from the opening kickoff till the end. I was hoping at least maybe they would try to hang in this ball game as much as they could into the second half. Football is going to be placed back at the 12-yard line. So now the Red Devils first down and 16. Here's a throw over the middle. Trayshawn Jones, the intended receiver, broken up as that falls incomplete. Keelan Bradford there on the knockdown of that pass. And now the Red Devils faced with a second down and 16. It was first and 16 on that pass play after the penalty, so it'll be second down now for the Red Devils. Bird will stay in as the Lone setback. Hill comes in the ball game, one of the two receivers to the near side. Holguin also to the near side. Trayshawn Jones now will be the lone receiver, split wide to the left as the Red Devils now have Bryce Brown coming into the ball game. He'll be the H-back. Handoff, Bird. Bird up the middle, may get to about the 15. That'll be a gain of just 1 on that play. Boy, and Richmond just cannot find any running room whatsoever, other than they had that 20-yard gain early, and then the run by Alex Snedeker a few moments ago. That was a 10-yard gain. That was brought back. So now the Red Devils 3rd down and about 15. They'll have to get to the 30 for first down. Once again, Trayshawn Jones split wide left. Red Devils have yet to complete a pass here tonight. Snedeker hands off and nowhere to go for Bird. Well, they were just swarming in there, and the first one to greet Bird was XL Brooks, the defensive end. We've called Brooks' name a couple of times tonight, back to the 15. So it'll be 4th down and 15, and that's going to do it for the opening period of play. Richmond yet to get that offense rolling on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. They trail this one 18-0. Period 2 coming up in a moment. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Well, it has been all Lawrence North so far here tonight as we will head to the second 12 minutes of play here at Leibold Field. Richmond will have to punt the football away again. And deep, Darren McCulley, he'll be standing in his own 47-yard line. Huber puts a nice leg into this one. And McCulley will have a return from the 48. He has running room and blockers to the outside. 40, 35, 30. Cut back 25, 20. Ducks under a defender and is brought down finally at around the 16-yard line. Good return by McCulley. There's a flag down back at the 34-yard line. So now it's going to be a hold on the Wildcats, so that's going to bring the play back a little bit. But that saves a, huge run by McCulley. He made that nice cutback, had the blockers, and you could see the blockers from up here in the press box, and they were laying Red Devils out all over the place to make that nice return. But now we're going to back it up. Richmond getting their second break, had one earlier on that holding penalty against Lawrence North, in which they did score eventually, but it brought back the touchdown to a field goal. And that's going to put it all the way back to the 45-yard line. Boy, it's better than the 16. So now Richmond's defense back out there again, and that's a fear you have when you don't have a whole lot of depth on either side of the football, is your defense out there way too much. Wildcats work out of the shotgun once again. Will shift the H back to the left. Fake the handoff. Here comes the pressure, and Richmond will get to the quarterback this time as the Red Devils get a sack. Brenton Thomas there for the Red Devils to get the sack all the way back to the 49-yard line. Loss of 4. It'll be second down and 14 now for Lawrence North. Good job by Brenton Thomas. He too played well last week. Didn't get enough credit for the way he played 1 week ago against Connorsville. So second down now for the Wildcats. McCulley once again out of the shotgun. Low snap, and he's going to go down again. Miscommunication in the backfield. As McCulley goes down, he and Keyshawn Smith unable to get together on their signals. That's back to the 47-yard line. So that'll be another loss of 2 yards. Richmond making changes defensively, trying to keep some fresh bodies in the lineup. 10:38 to go here in period number 2. And we'll put the football at the 47-yard line. Third down, let's call it 18. The Wildcats will have to get to the 35. This time trips to the near side, 4 wide. 1 setback. McCulley to throw. Has time. Down the middle. Has a man. Ball's going to be caught at the 20. Richmond had pretty decent coverage there, but that's an excellent catch and a great throw by McCulley. And you get an idea with that arm and that touch why Indiana's interested in the sophomore quarterback. First down, put the football at about the 18-yard line. So now 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. That was right on the mark. That wasn't bad coverage, though. I think that just from the standpoint that Holguin had that receiver get behind him by a step, that made the difference. But a big pass play on 3rd down for the Wildcats. McCulley once again out of the shotgun. He will hand it off, sweep around the left side. Boy, nice hurdle of the defender. There's another flag down. We may have another hold. That was Keyshawn Smith again, but I believe we may have a hold. See if that was number 62. It was number 62 on that offensive line getting the penalty, Kendall Alexis. Personal foul against the Wildcats, but they threw it right at Alexis. So another big penalty on the Wildcats. That's their 3rd major penalty of the night. 9:51 remaining before halftime, and after that nice pass play, the Wildcats are going to get backed up. Put them all the way back to the 35-yard line. So Richmond catching another break. Red Devils this year going with a 4-man front. That was very effective last week against the Spartans. This time, McCulley working under center, puts a man in motion. And the man in motion gets the call. Trying to get to the outside. Nowhere to go. Nice open field tackle. Coming up to make the stop, Stephen Huber. Boy, Huber, he was so instrumental in Richmond's win last week. That's going to put the football at the 36-yard line. This time, the Wildcats are going to call a timeout. We will take a break as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Scoreboard. Red Devils trail at 18-0.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond.
Well, the timeout, it'll be 2nd down and 28 here for the Wildcats. Let's see what they have in store for the Red Devils. Sweep around the left, blockers ahead. Can they turn the corner? 30, 25, 20, and finally driven down on the far side as Bryce Brown making the tackle up that left sideline. We have more flags down. In fact, a flag back at the 34, and also another flag down at around the 14-yard line. So another possession for the Wildcats that may go nowhere. That would have not been enough for a first down, but it would have given the Wildcats much better field position. There's the holding call. In fact, both of those penalties against Lawrence North. So Richmond catching another break here in the second quarter. That'll be the fourth major penalty against the Wildcats so far here tonight. That'll put it back to the 45-yard line. So it's going to be second down and 37. Looking to throw, McCulley. And a man overthrows him near side. Falls incomplete. Pass intended for Brennan Sneed. And it's going to be third down now and 37. Now the Wildcats shooting themselves in the foot 4 big times here in the first half. And Richmond again able to stop that pass play, and a little bit out of reach is another change here for the Wildcats on offense. So that'll be third down and 37. McCulley to throw. Has time. Flushed out of the pocket and heads to the sideline. Breaks a tackle and finally driven out of bounds. Bryce Brown was there. Nope, that's going to be number 30, not 35 for the Red Devils to eventually knock him out of bounds. That's Brenton Thomas at the 39-yard line. Stops the clock at 9 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Well, the Wildcats are up 18-0. Let's see if they're going to go for it right here. Looks like the punting unit is coming on, and it is. So the Red Devils, Connor Benson, the punter coming in. See if Richmond will get the football or will Benson. You never know in these situations. When you're up 18-0, a lot of times the team will gamble and go for it. Richmond will have Trayshawn Jones back at his 10-yard line. So Lawrence North looking to punt it away for the first time. This one a knuckler. Jones coming up on it. Fair catches at about the 13-yard line. So Richmond again deep in their own territory. And the good news about that drive that time against Lawrence North, they started it at the 45, had 2 huge penalties that stalled their drive, and Richmond will start in their deepest field position so far back to the 13-yard line. 8:53 remaining here in the first half. Richmond again has yet to get across the 50. Wyatt Bird remains in as the lone setback. Richmond will go 3 wide, 2 to the near side. Bird on the carry. Bird getting shoved back into the backfield. Boy, that defensive line for Lawrence North doing their job as Bird goes down back to about the 11-yard line. That's going to be a loss of yardage as the Wildcats now starting to bring in some new bodies. Steve Savage there to make the stop, number 55 for Lawrence North. Second down, 13, loss of 3. Bird remains in as the lone setback. Richmond works with 3 receivers. Here is Bird again, and not much. Might get a yard. He got wrapped up pretty quickly by Cesar Price, the junior defensive tackle, and now the Red Devils faced with another third down and long. There's just nowhere to run up that middle. Price, boy, he is a huge body in the middle. So now what will Richmond have in store right here? Richmond's going to end up having to throw the football at some point. They just haven't been able to run it effectively here tonight since early. Snedeker now rolling out of the pocket, looking over the middle. Now the sideline thrown away. Picked off at the 30, on a return at the 20, the 10, touchdown Lawrence North. 30-yard return on the interception as Darren McCulley with the return on the pick 6. Second time we have seen a interception return, this time McCulley from 30 yards out. And now the Red Devils find themselves down in this one, 24-0. So now Connor Benson back in for the extra point, and they're going to go ahead and go for the 2-point conversion again, but the pass is too high. On the conversion on the near side, and Richmond now finds themselves down in this one in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 24-0. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sofRichmond.com.
Richmond will get the football back as Red Devils right now trailing at 24-0. Again, at halftime, we'll be showing the ceremony that will rededicate and dedicate former NFL players from Richmond. This is a high kick and a short kick as well. Richmond's got to field that one. It'll be Trayshawn Jones. Jones out across the 30. A little mix-up in the return between Holguin and Jones. And so Richmond will take over at the 30-yard line. Heard somebody say kicking it into the wind. There is no wind. I'm sure you got that. Red Devils, again, this is their best field position they have had since back when they started the ball game, had the football at the 23, got that 20-yard run by Wyatt Bird, and that's the best they've had at the 43-yard line. Well, this Lawrence North defense held Perry Meridian to 7 last week, throwing the shutout against the Red Devils here tonight. Handoff, and this time Bird is out. This is going to be Stephen Huber on the carry, number 13, not number 11. He'll get to the 30-yard line. I think that's going to be no gain. So Bird getting a little bit of a break right here. And again, all these players that you see out there pretty much for Richmond going both ways. They're going to be gassed by the time this is over with. The Lawrence North, they are not going both ways. 2nd down and 10. Again, the clock at 6:36 and counting here in period number 2. Huber stays in, gets the call, started to find a hole, and got hit immediately once he got into the second level. In on the stop, John Riggins, the inside linebacker. He's a senior, and will put the football at about the 33-yard line. And now the Red Devils faced with a 3rd down at about 8, only a gain of 2 on the play. Bryce Brown stays in. Huber comes out. Looks like Wyatt Bird has checked back in. Now Richmond again trying to pace this game the best they can, knowing that depth was a huge issue coming in against a 6A school like Lawrence North. And you got all these guys going both ways. You just are undermanned, and now the Red Devils are going to have to call a timeout. That is their final timeout here in the first half. We will take a break as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail Lawrence North 24-0.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z. 5:40 remaining, first half. Red Devils get the timeout, 3rd down and 8. Football at the 32-yard line. Wyatt Bird back in, Snedeker out of the shotgun. Bird gets the call, finds a nice hole over the right side out to about the 41-yard line. First down, Richmond. Best run we have seen since the Snedeker run of 10 that was called back because of a holding penalty in that first period. And then, of course, Bird had the gain of 20 early in the first quarter. So the Red Devils get a first down. Football again, the nose of the football right at the 41. Richmond will use 2 receivers right there at the bottom of your screen. One of those will be Hill. The ball caught by Trayshawn Jones at about the 49. And the Red Devils short of a first down, but it's a gain of about 8 on the pass play. That's probably what Richmond's going to have to do. They're going to have to hit those really short patterns to try to get those short gains and keep those chains moving. 4:47 to go. Bird will stay in. They'll use an H-back this time. That's Brenton Snedeker. Nope, that's going to be Bryce Brown. The handoff, nowhere to go this time for Wyatt. He is stacked up immediately. So now the Red Devils faced with another 3rd down and short on this one. Looked like Trayvon Jones, one of those in there for the Wildcats to make the stop. Sam Gamboa coming out for Richmond on that offensive line, so the Red Devils making some changes up front. Bryce Brown will stay in. Red Devils go with Hill to the near side. Also, Holguin is the other receiver right behind Hill. Hill's at the line of scrimmage. Holguin right behind him. 3rd down, and they'll keep it. This is going to be Snedeker. First down, Snedeker, and a flag is down. I think we've got another hold. That's the second time Snedeker has carried the football for either a close to a first down or a first down, and may be brought back. It is a hold. Anytime they throw it right there in the middle of that play, it generally ends up being a holding, and that's exactly what it is. So wipe away a possible first down. So they'll mark it off. Richmond shooting themselves in the foot a couple of times now here in the first half. Put the football at the 43-yard line. Now the Red Devils faced with a 3rd down and 8. They'll have to get to the Lawrence North 49 for the first down. 3:45 and counting here in the first half. Bryce Brown shifted over as the H-back. Handoff, boom, big-time hit. And Wyatt Bird never even saw it coming. That was Quentin Tinson, the defensive tackle. He beat somebody in that offensive line. And Wyatt had no chance. That's your big hit of the ball game right now. Boy, Tinson, like he wasn't even blocked. Football at the 40. So now 4th down and 11 for the Red Devils. Stephen Huber will come in to punt it away, and boy, that drive stalled. Big holding penalty costing the Red Devils a first down. So now Huber will punt it away. High short punt coming to the near side will land at the 31 and eventually will go out of bounds here on the near side. Hey, when visiting Richmond, there's only one choice for the best place to stay. That's Best Western Classic. Best Western is dedicated to providing you with the best possible travel experience as they operate in an industry built on trust and guest satisfaction. And that can only be achieved through communication and experience support. At Best Western Classic, you get the most amenities available: indoor pool, fitness center, conference space, free buffet, breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and, of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic, 533 West Eaton Pike. Lawrence North football again. This will fall incomplete. Pass intended on the far side for James Noble III. Donovan McCulley put it right in his numbers, but Noble unable to handle the football as it falls incomplete. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. That'll stop the clock at 2:41. By the way, if you're watching at halftime, the only way you'll be able to see the halftime festivities right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. 2nd down now for the Wildcats. They'll throw it down in the flat. Ball's caught. That should be a block in the back. No flag down, as I can see, as the ball is across the 45. That's a nice gain. James Noble again. They will put it at the 46-yard line. Almost looked like a block in the back that time, but no whistle. Red Devils have an extra man on. They finally get him off. They had 12 on the field at the time. McCulley now rolling to his right. Breaks a couple of tackles, loses the football, and it comes to the near side. I think the Wildcats will keep it. Richmond late to jump on that one as McCulley, carrying like a loaf of bread, lost it at the last moment, stripped out of his hands. He ends up getting to the 49-yard line. 2:15 remaining in the first half. So now the Wildcats will make some wholesale changes, 3 in, 3 out. 2nd down, they'll have to get to the Richmond 44-yard line, so let's call it 2nd down at about 6. Well, they've got some size, speaking of Lawrence North up front, especially on the right side. Play clock now down to 3. Man in motion. Handoff. They'll run it right up the middle. There's the guy who scored the first touchdown of the ball game, Stewart, the fullback, still on his feet down to the 41. Boy, Stewart got that touchdown run early. It went 60 yards, and we haven't seen him much since. 2:05, Red Devils bring Blaine Pierce out. They're going to try to keep him fresh as he is playing both ways. Under 2 minutes, 1st down and 10 at the Richmond 41-yard line. McCulley under center and nowhere to go. Good job by that Richmond defense. They got Smith on the sweep to the left. Richmond able to read it well. Red Devils have LaMarcus Thompson, the junior. 5'9", 236 pounds in there to help make the stop, and the Wildcats are going to use a timeout. We will take a break as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail this one 24-0.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu. 2nd down for the Wildcats. He'll put a man in motion, and McCulley to throw. Pumps. Now he's going to go deep to the near side. One-on-one coverage, and ball is tipped and knocked away at the last moment. Pass intended on the near side. Well, the Wildcats going after Julian Hogan. And Hogan there to make sure he knocked that one away at the last moment. So now 3rd down for the Wildcats. Going for the big play on the near side. That was Josh Sellers, the 6'3", 180-pound receiver, had the size advantage. Sellers, their leading receiver from a year ago. 3rd down, 15. Keep the football at the 46. Play clock runs out. That'll be a penalty on the Wildcats. Well, they have not played a clean football game here so far tonight from a penalty standpoint. That'll back him up 5 yards back to the 49. 1:31 remaining. They'd love to get one more right here, but this is going to be a 3rd down at about 20 on this play. They're going to run the football. Here is Smith. Smith at the 50, spins 45-40, breaks tackles and knocked out of bounds at about the 35. Now he's going to be shy of the 1st down, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at around the 38-yard line. So he's still about 6 yards short of a 1st down, but now you're looking at 4th down at about 6 with 1:22 to go. If I were a bet man right now, I would say that the Wildcats will probably go for it right here. Their defense has played well. The Red Devils have really not been able to establish anything on offense in this entire first half. There have been a couple of bright spots, but just nothing consistent. Now trips to the left. McCulley rolling, looking, still on his feet, will tuck it under and run it himself. He's going to get the 1st down. Runs over a tackler. He just took Wyatt Bird out on the far side. Boy, Bird's been hit a couple of hard times in the first half, and Richmond had a chance to stop the elusive McCulley, and he managed to get his way all the way down to the 25-yard line for a 1st down. Still 1:14 remaining here in the first half. Nice run again by Donovan McCulley, and you can see why. He's got 2 years to develop. Indiana really very high on this young man. They've offered him already. 6'4". We've seen him able to throw the football long, and now Stewart, sweep left. Stewart stays in bounds at the 20, cuts back inside down to around the 16-yard line. Bryce Brown there to make the stop for the Red Devils. We're under a minute remaining. Wildcats quickly, no huddle. Here's Stewart again. Stewart, a little bit of running room over the left side, very close to the 13-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3. Wildcats trying to work quickly. 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. Again, football at the 16-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Stewart stays in. McCulley to throw. Here comes pressure. Thomas misses him to the outside and very close. Did he get in? Let's wait and see. Or did he step out of bounds at the 2-yard line? The official says he went out of bounds. Or did he get in? They're going to say he did hit the pylon. So now they call the touchdown. A little bit late on the call, but there it is. We're waiting to see if he got to the pylon or not, and he did. But the far side official was standing right at the 2-yard line. 6 on the board again for the Wildcats. And 23.4 seconds remaining. Coming in will be Benson, though we have seen the Wildcats more than one time here tonight go for 2. They will not do so now, as they will line up and Benson will attempt the extra point. Good snap. The kick is up. It is good. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, all Lawrence North on top of this one, 31-0.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call call 765-935-8905.
I want to remind everyone, again, at halftime, you'll be able to see all the festivities of the former NFL players that'll be honored here. And, of course, new jerseys put up on the Civic Hall wall just to the north. Richmond will have to go back into the locker room and try to regroup for the second half. Well, I think the key is, and Coach Lewis said it in the pregame, is this will give the Red Devils an idea of where they are as they head into conference play next week. That's where it's important. High end over end kick as the Red Devils will have Trayshawn Jones back to the 5, 10, 15. Oh, my. Jones just took a huge hit on special teams. Lawrence North hitting hard. That was Nick Taylor. Taylor, a backup linebacker, 6'1", 200. He got Trayshawn in the open field. On the tackle, and the Red Devils will have the football. 19.4 seconds remaining here in the first half. Red Devils may just go ahead right here and put a knee on the ground and let the clock run out and head to the locker room, and I think that's going to be the case. Once they kneel down, that's going to do it again for the first half. It is all Lawrence North in this one. We've made it to halftime. Wildcats on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard lead Richmond 31-0. This is Richmond football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581. or go to their website at firstbankrichrmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. By the way, Richmond Marching Band will be joining them in just a couple of moments. Halftime, Red Devils trail at 31-0. A reminder, next week, the Red Devils on the road at Indianapolis Tech. That is a 7 o'clock kickoff time. We'll be on the air at 6:30. Don't forget, Inside Richmond Football Weekly only on Radio Troy Digital Sports. We'll talk with Coach Lewis every week and get his thoughts on a week-by-week basis throughout the entire football season. As we wait again, the marching band to get their complete setup going. We'll be joining them here in a couple of moments. We'll be, of course, at Ball State tomorrow night for that Centerville-Hagerstown contest as the Bulldogs and the Hagerstown Tigers will battle it out. That, by the way, is also a 7 o'clock kickoff again tomorrow night from Ball State. They have one game going on tonight. We'll have all these scores from around the state a little bit later right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports as well. The Red Devil Marching Band again getting set up. Looks like they are very, very close to getting this performance underway here tonight. And, of course, again, we'll have the ceremonies coming up of the dedication and also rededication of the football jerseys, Lamar Lundy and many of the NFL greats who played for the Red Devils. And I think I just saw Wyatt Bird being carted off the field. That's not good news. He just is in a cart heading out, so the Red Devils may be losing Wyatt Bird. He took a shot again a couple of times here in the first half. Now the Richmond Marching Band.
I am so sorry. No, I moved. Here, go ahead.
Performance here tonight as we will now see the celebration of the jerseys coming up in just a couple of moments. Stay tuned for that. We're at halftime on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils down 31-0.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond. Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
Back once again here at Leibold Field. As we mentioned, it's been something we talked about for quite some time, about the new jerseys as well as the old jerseys rededicated here at Leibold Field for all the former Richmond players who have gone on to the National Football League, and including those like my former broadcast partner and, of course, longtime L.A. Ram, part of the fearsome foursome, Lamar Lundy, his family out there tonight as well. So a great opportunity to honor all of those great players here tonight. And, of course, there'll be others who will be honored as we continue to go along as well. So we're just waiting for the go on this one. Here we go.
Community Schools, the Richmond High School and the Richmond High School Alumni Association are privileged tonight to honor 7 Richmond alumni who advanced in their sports and played professional football after graduating from Richmond High School. First to be honored, Dr. James Logan, class of 1935, played professionally with the Chicago Bears. Dr. Logan is represented by his family here this evening. Lamar Lundy, class of 1953, played professionally with the Los Angeles Rams, a member of the famous fearsome foursome. Lamar is represented by family members here this evening. Paul Flatley, Class of 1959, played professionally with the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Bob Van Peltz, Class of 1963, played professionally with the Philadelphia Eagles. Joe Spicer, Class of 1971, played professionally with the World Football League Memphis Southmen. Joe is represented by his family members here tonight. Vegas Ferguson, Class of 1976, played professionally with the New England Patriots, Cleveland Browns, and the Houston Oilers. Nathan Davis, Class of 1992, played professionally with the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Mr. Davis could not attend this evening as being represented by his daughters, Tegan and Zora Davis, and family members. He's also a legend in Canadian football. These 7 athletes represented themselves not only at Richmond High School, but on the highest level of competition, and we thank them and their families for their many contributions to the sport of football. We would also like to thank Donor Mills Funeral Home for sponsoring the wonderful jersey banners that will now hang at Leibolt Field. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in celebrating our 7 Richmond alumni.
Well, again, there you have it. Those are the greats that have been honored, and if you ever get a chance or you're in the area and come to Leibolt Field, you'll see those jerseys that will be in the north end zone portion over by Civic Hall. So congratulations to all of them for being honored here tonight. Well, the Red Devils got off to a good start here tonight. As you see, there you go. There's Nathan Davis and Vegas Ferguson as they go down the line. Joe Spicer and all the others that are here at Civic Hall. They've done a great job restoring the ones that were there before and then adding all of those other ones as well. We'll probably see some of the great coaches, too. Weed Eubank and many others that'll be up there. Richard Bryant, part of the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. Others will be there as well, so make sure that we'll be giving you details when they'll be doing those ceremonies down the line as well. We mentioned the Red Devils got up to a decent start, had that first run of 20, looked like maybe things would get going offensively. That drive stalled. Lawrence North got the football, and they kind of set the tone early, like Richmond did last week, where the Red Devils got off to a great start. Special teams play, scored on their first offensive possession. This time we saw Lawrence North score the long run. It was the fullback, Ko Kyoto Stewart, who ran it 60 yards for the touchdown, and that kind of set the tone in this one. The Red Devils offense just really never getting going here tonight. Their best starting field position throughout the night was the 30. That was their last possession of the first half. But then a couple of runs brought back because of penalties by Alex Snedeker, and again, just couldn't get it going. We're just being honest about it, too. Lawrence North is too big, too fast, too deep, where the Red Devils just don't have that yet. And it's going to take a while for this Richmond program to get where they want to be, where they can compete with teams like a Lawrence North and those teams. But it's not going to happen tonight, and it's not going to happen next week as far as when you talk about numbers, because Indianapolis Tech has better numbers. I don't know that they have the same personnel that you'll see tonight, but I think Richmond will compete better next week. And once they get into other parts of the NCC, there'll be teams like McCutcheon and such that are, again, those big teams. Lafayette Jeff is another one, Kokomo out of the Western Division that they'll have to compete with. But it's a start, and the Red Devils wanted to find out where they were, and they are finding out here tonight in this contest against Lawrence North. We will come back in a few moments as we again are at halftime. The second half is coming up. Red Devils trail this one 31-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners. For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-size volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame in Richmond, Indiana was founded in 1973. Its mission is to honor the men and women who have excelled in high school, college, or professional football based on their coaching, athletic ability, citizenship, scholarship, and significant supporting contributions to the game of football. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame includes retrospection from Indiana's prestigious football history, from the late 1800s to the present. When you visit the hall, you'll see the names like Weeview Bank, Vegas Ferguson, Newt Rockne, and Lamar Lundy. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame is located at 815 North A Street in Richmond and is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. There is no entrance fee and donations are appreciated. Take time to visit Indiana football history at the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 Southeast Street in Richmond. Well, we're back here at Leibold Field as we get set for the third quarter. By the way, I'm pretty sure, as I said before, Wyatt Bird was taken off the field in a cart, and I'm not sure he's going to be back here tonight. We'll try to get an update on him after the game, but that's not good news for Richmond. He took some big hits in that first half, not only running the football, but when he was on defense and special team. That's a lot to ask. But again, the Red Devils just don't have much depth to work with. And that's something they're going to have to try to build as the season continues to go along. So it'll be Lawrence North football to open up this third quarter as Stephen Huber will now tee things up at the 40-yard line. One thing the Red Devils must do now is just stay healthy for next week when they open up conference play at Indianapolis Tech. Now, Tech's going to have a bigger football team again than what we'll see here tonight, but Red Devils have got to find a way to stay healthy. Too deep now for the Wildcats. Huber's been very good at putting the ball deep, and this one will drive inside the 10 to about the 6. Broken tackle once again and then driven out of bounds. Here on the near side, on the return, James Noble III. Noble a little slow getting up. So now the Red Devil defense. They've been on the field a lot in that first half. They'll try to slow down this Lawrence North offense here in the second half. But boy, the Wildcats have been a team that have shot themselves in the foot a couple of times in the first half as well. Hope you enjoyed the halftime festivities of the families and the players being honored at halftime with their jerseys as well. And, of course, the Richmond High School Band only on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Sweep around the left side. Blockers ahead. 40, 45, 50. Up the left sideline. 40, 30, 25, 20, and finally brought down. Nice job coming from the near side all the way across the field. Julian Holguin there to make the stop on that nice run on the first play from scrimmage by Keyshawn Smith. 58 yards by Smith. They've had a 60-yard run and now a 58, but boy, that sets the table with the football now at the 11-yard line. One thing the Red Devils, we knew coming in, they were trying to be deliberate on offense just to give their defense a chance to rest. They're going to be really tired. Here's Stewart, the fullback inside the 5, bowling his way, and he got into the end zone for a touchdown. 2 plays and a score, and just like that, 6 points on the board again for the Wildcats. Kokioto Stewart, his second touchdown of the night, this time from 13 yards out, and now the kicker, Connor Benson, coming in to attempt the extra point. 11:17 remaining here in the third quarter. Benson has gotten a lot of work here tonight. Good snap. The kick is on the way, and it is good. on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail this one 38-0. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Back at Leibold here in Richmond. Thanks for being with us tonight as we bring you high school football throughout the entire season. And, of course, next week, as we said, we'll be opening up North Central Conference play on the road at Tech. By the way, Northeastern winning big up at Ball State against Tri. If we get an update, we'll pass that score along to you. All the other teams out of the Tri-Eastern Conference will be playing tomorrow. That all starts bright and early, 10 o'clock. Lincoln and Union County. I'm sure they're excited to play there, but an awful early start for a Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, but you got to get all 4 games in tomorrow, and they're expecting maybe a little bit of rain early. Should be a nice day, though, for high school football tomorrow. Richmond will get their first chance, 10-yard line by Trayshawn Jones. Nice return across the 30, and then his helmet flies off. There's a flag down at the 35-yard line. Trayshawn Jones losing his hat on the return, but a nice return by Jones. Jones got the start at quarterback last year. Richmond using 4 different quarterbacks a year ago. Jones ended up winning that battle. The face mask looks like is what will have the call right here, but that'll go against the Wildcats. They've had some big penalties in this one. That's about number 5 or number 6, but you can do that when you're up 38-0. Though they don't want to do that in games against Carmel and Ben Davis and Lawrence Central and all the other teams they'll face out of the MIC. Well, there's some good football teams in the MIC, no doubt about it. Your coach talk about that. That's a breeding ground for college coaches out of the Big Ten and the Mid-American Conference. Seen coaches come in and grab players from the Pac-12, the Big 12, you name it. It's just a great place to mine some good football players. Football at the 48-yard line. Richmond with their first possession now the second half. Richmond will try to run it, and there's nothing there on the run again. They're just pinning their ears back and coming after the Red Devils as Stephen Huber on the carry. Again, we mentioned that Wyatt Bird was carted off, and I'm not sure yet what his situation is. I don't see him on the sideline anywhere. So Bird is probably done for the night. So Richmond losing their leading rusher. Hopefully it's going to be better news when we talk about him a little bit later. Don't want to lose him starting next week. 2nd down and 13 after the loss of 3. Huber again. Huber cutting back up the middle will get it to the 50-yard line. Big 55 in there once again for the Wildcats to make the stop, and we mentioned his name a couple of times here tonight, and Steve Savage. One thing the Wildcats will be able to do is get a lot of new faces in and get some playing time for some of their younger players in the rest of this one. Red Devils will make a change in their wide receiver spot. Their roster listed numerically, or I should say by grade, not by number. John Carter is a 6', 165-pound freshman coming in. Richmond to throw. Nice catch. Trayshawn Jones down to the 40-yard line. Good throw by Alex Snedeker. Well, now I see there is Wyatt Bird out of his uniform, in street clothes and crutches. And it looks like the right knee. And he is in pain, I do believe, and he wants to come back and support his team. I'm not sure when he got hurt, but it was some point late in that second quarter. 8:49 remaining here in the third. Red Devils 4 wide, stacked 2 to each side. Snedeker flushed out of the pocket, throws, and ball caught inside the 30 to around the 26. And on the catch for the Red Devils, and a nice catch it was, as Holguin, as he came back to catch the football. So Holguin with the reception, Richmond first down. Now Richmond at the point now, they might as well again see how Snedeker throws the football. So far, so good here in the third quarter. Huber, the lone setback. Jones to the right. They're going to throw deep this time, and overthrowing Jones. That one went long on Jones. Keelan Bradford, the corner there on the coverage for Lawrence North. That'll make it second down and 10. Boy, great crowd here tonight supporting the Red Devils as they knew they were in an uphill battle with a very talented Lawrence North football team, but still think it's a good test for Richmond to play a team like a Lawrence North going into next week's conference action. Here comes the pressure. Snedeker to throw. Ball caught in the flat. And still on his feet, breaking tackles. Here is Holguin inside the 5. In fact, that's going to be number 13, Stephen Huber, not Holguin, on the reception. So Huber makes the catch, makes a nice run after the catch, and there's a flag down. There is a flag down at around the 10-yard line, and that may go against Richmond. Let's see, and it is. Boy, I tell you what, you've had 3 different plays. That time, a nice catch and run by Stephen Huber. He had your quarterback twice, and Alex Snedeker. And all 3 brought back. So that goes against the Red Devils. 7:51 remaining here in the first half. That's going to put the football all the way back to the 25-yard line. That's a huge call against this Richmond offense. Red Devils once again will go with 3 receivers, 2 to the short side. They're going to throw it deep again, but now whistles will stop the play, and another flag is down. And that'll go against the Red Devils. So back-to-back penalties. There was a 5-yarder against the Red Devils. So you got it inside the 5 on that nice run by Stephen Huber, and now a couple of big penalties marching the Red Devils back the other way, and so let's put it at the 30. 7:50 remaining here in the third. Cooled off a lot here tonight. In fact, we had some concern of some rain maybe earlier. That all disappeared, but now a pretty nice night for football. All right, second down and 14. They'll play action pass. This time Snedeker, and that's falling. That's going to be incomplete. Had a pair of number 1s going at each other. Red Devils were looking for interference, but didn't get the call. Pass intended for Trayshawn Jones and Darren McCulley. So again, the starting quarterback last year, the starting defensive back this year. And McCulley stride for stride with Trayshawn Jones. Both those guys at about 6'4", good athletes. And that falls incomplete. It'll be third down and 14. Well, I like this for the Red Devils. Experiment a little bit with the offense and a passing attack. Snedeker not afraid to throw it deep as he's going to throw again. Snedeker will throw to the sideline. Ball's going to be caught. There's Holguin once again for the Red Devils. That's going to get him inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. And now the Red Devils faced with a 4th down and 2, clock at 7 minutes. Richmond trying to get on the board here in the third, again without their leading rusher and Wyatt Bird, who is done for the rest of the night with the injury to his right knee. But he is on the sidelines now for Richmond. Play clock down to 14 seconds. This would be a huge lift for Richmond right here. They're not going to win this game, but able to march the football against this Lawrence North defense. Ball is loose, and Lawrence North has it. Richmond on a little miss-exchange that time, and coming up with a loose football, number 52, Quentin Tinson. Tinson, the senior, able to jump in there on top of the loose football, and the Red Devils turn it over. And after they get it inside the 5-yard line, everything went wrong from there. I called Tinson's name a couple of times here tonight. Well, they're pretty good on defense, too. They got some big bodies up front. You know, look at Caesar Price. Of course, the linebacker, Dion Pettiford. He's going to Indiana State. He's a nice linebacker. Wildcats football, they're going to throw. A little toss out to the 29-yard line. Ball's going to be caught. That'll be James Noble, the third on the reception to the 29-yard line. Red Devils right now want this clock to just keep rolling. Try to stay away from any more injuries. Well, this is also a chance now for Coach Lewis to do some more evaluating of players that perhaps he can see next week. Wildcats will fake the handoff, and on the carry going down, the quarterback, Donovan McCulley. McCulley may lose a yard or so as he'll be brought down back to the 27-yard line. Good defense that time by Richmond. Coming out of the lineup for the Red Devils, and you got to love the way that man plays. Branton Thomas. Thomas, 6'1", 230, a junior. We'll get him for another year after this year, a year of growth once again. He has a nose for the football, good tackler. Well, the good news for the Red Devils tonight, it's nice to see that Bryce Brown, after tweaking his ankle last week, back out there for the Red Devils in the middle of that Richmond defense. Wildcats this time out of the shotgun, and they'll fake the handoff. McCulley going deep, has a man, overthrows him inside the 40 at the 35-yard line. Pass intended again for James Noble III. He had 1-on-1 coverage here on the near side. That'll stop the clock at 4:22 remaining here in the third. Holguin, I believe, was the defender, and it is. That was Holguin on the 1-on-1 coverage. Huber back there as well. And so now the Wildcats with a 4th down and 6 will look to punt the football. The Red Devils, Trayshawn Jones standing inside his own 45 at about the 41-yard line. Nice snap, but the punter, Connor Benson, able to get rid of that one. And it'll take a Lawrence North bounce down to the 36-yard line. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise, the Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400 for more information. 4:13 remaining here in the third. Officials sorting some things out. You see him right there. I'm not sure they're going to, well, that's going to be a penalty on Lawrence North. So 5-yard penalty from the spot where the football was. So they'll move it up to the 43-yard line. Now Richmond got a pretty decent drive going their last time out, and a couple of huge penalties cost them. And then, of course, the fumble. Red Devils, 3 turnovers, couple of interceptions, and that fumble here tonight. So now Richmond football for the second time here in the third quarter. We mentioned a little bit ago the freshman John Carter stays in the ball game as one of the 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. He and Trayshawn Jones stacked on the near side. Low snap. Snedeker pumps and then throws. Ball is in the air and almost intercepted again. A little bit on a quick throw that time on the release. Harold Jones, the safety, was there and almost came up with the 3rd interception of the night against Snedeker. Snedeker maybe needs to hold on to that football a little bit longer before releasing it. 2nd down and 10. Red Devils once again with you're trailing 38-0. Not afraid now to put the football in the air and give you a chance to work on that passing game a little bit here tonight. They're going to certainly need to throw the football. They only threw it 7 times last week. I think they wanted to throw a little bit more. Hand off and nowhere to go as Huber got stacked up immediately. Boy, the middle of that defense still very good. 52, Quentin Tinson, who made the tackle. He came up with that fumble recovery his last time. And he's able to stack things up in the middle, and the Red Devils get nothing, may even lose a little bit of ground that time. It'll be 3rd down and about 12 for Richmond. 3:39 remaining here in the third. And right now the running attack left up to Stephen Huber. Huber only 163 pounds. Wyatt Bird at 165, so neither of those 2 backs very big, but they have some quickness. Alec better get out of there. Here they come, and there he is again. 52, Quentin Tinson gets the sack all the way back to the 30-yard line. Boy, Tinson's coming up big here tonight for the Wildcats. And now the Red Devils faced with a 4th down. And they're going to punt the football away. Lawrence North will drop Darren McCulley all the way back. He generally drops pretty deep. He's inside the 35-yard line. As now Stephen Huber will come in to punt the football away. Richmond again unable to do anything on offense here tonight, and they're going to whistle that one dead, delay a game on the Red Devils. So that'll back them up 5 yards. I was talking to someone earlier. I still think this Richmond football team will win 4 games this year. I think they can go to Tech and win next week. Of course, that depends on whether they'll have Wyatt Bird. I think they could beat Muncie Central. I think they could beat Anderson. Those are the 3. And now Huber's going to take it himself on the fake punt. Huber to the 40, 45, and he's not going to get a first down as he's driven out of bounds at midfield. He came up short by 2 yards. So perhaps from that standpoint, the Red Devils may be as good of a punt right there, so they're going to put it at the 50. So short of 2, and it'll be Lawrence North football. 2:22 remaining. I'm not sure if that was a design play or not, but Huber made I think, a pretty good decision. Huber almost got the first down, so the Wildcats will take over. Here's Stewart, the fullback. Stewart, big hole up the middle inside the 40, down to the 35. Still battling his way down to the 29-yard line. 21 yards that time by Stewart, the fullback. Boy, they ought to give him the football a little bit more. He's over 100 yards here in tonight's contest thanks to that 60-yard touchdown run in the first half. By the way, so far the Wildcats pretty much have their entire starting offensive unit out there. They've got a couple of exceptions, including a big old tight end lined up to the left. They'll have an H-back as well. Handoff around the left side. Here's Smith. Smith down to the 25. That'll be a gain of about 4, depending, again, always on the spot of the football, right at the 25-yard line. And we're down to minute 40 here in the in the third quarter. Wildcats probably this will be the last we'll see of this unit right here. Here's a double reverse inside 20-15 and brought down at the 10-yard line. Open field tackle by Trayshawn Jones. That was Keyshawn Smith on the carry. And we'll put it at the 10. That's good tackle by Trayshawn Jones. Is a little double reverse right in tight between the two tackles. So now the Wildcats will have it first and goal at the 10-yard line. Well, you got to figure at this point, this Richmond defense getting a little bit gassed as we're nearing the end of the third quarter. Almost a fumble. Flag is down inside the 5. Touchdown on the carry, but I think we'll bring it back. That was Brandon Sneed on the carry for the score, but I think we're going to bring this one back. We'll wait and see. Flag came immediately. And now the official, it's an illegal shift that time by the Wildcats. 2 flags are down, actually. One back at the 20, the other one all the way down to the 10. So 2 officials saw it. So that's the second time that Lawrence North has scored tonight and have had 6 points taken off the board. So they'll try it again. They'll mark it to the 15-yard line. So it'll be first and goal from the 15. 41.5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Stewart comes back in the ball game. The Wildcats 1 man short on offense. Pitch to Stewart. Sweep left. Stewart puts his head down and gets toward the cone. There's another flag. This could be another holding penalty. Stewart hit the cone. It probably would have been a touchdown if he didn't go out of bounds, but illegal use of hands that time on the Wildcats. So another penalty by Lawrence North. But one thing we know, and if you've ever seen teams out of the MIC, if Lawrence North makes these kind of mistakes against Carmel, Ben Davis, Warren Central, Lawrence Central, all those teams, they'll be in trouble. They're a nice football team, but they make some silly mistakes. 34.8 remaining. Still now first and goal. And we're going to put the football right at the 15-yard line. Wildcats trying to get on the board again. Here's Stewart, the fullback, over the left side. Stewart puts his head down. Touchdown. He broke several tackles, but there's another flag down. This one at the 5-yard line. Red Devils, Brenton Thomas is down. He's hurt. And the trainer will come out quickly and check him. Face mask on Richmond. So the points will go on the board. And the Red Devils down in this one 44-0. And boy, this would be bad news if they lose Brenton Thomas. There you see Coach Lewis. He's out checking on Thomas, who is another player who goes both ways. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. The Red Devils trail at 44-0.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
Now the Red Devils will help Brenton Thomas off the field as he is the second player now hurt for the Red Devils here tonight. Benson back in to attempt the extra point. And it is good. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils trail this one 45-0. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842.
Well, they're checking on, of course, Brent went down. They're going to assist him all the way to the bench. Again, that's not good news for the Red Devils. Again, a football team that does lack depth. Wyatt Bird out. Now, Brenton Thomas helped to the sidelines as well. That's your biggest fear in a game like this, that you'll end up losing some starters and you're ready to enter conference play coming up next week. You don't want to stick some of those young guys in there until Lawrence North decides maybe to bring in all their younger players. Still 28.1 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Stephen Huber is deep. Red Devils also make a change on the return, as it looks like we will have Jedekiah Moore. So Jedekiah Moore is another freshman who has come in. That's going to be kicked deep, and that'll be a touchback. And we'll put the football at the 20-yard line. Tonight's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Thursday the Italian BMT, Friday the tuna, and Saturday the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. So it looks like the Red Devils will continue to work their as many first team players out there. Now they're running down the play clock, but the game clock is still at 28.1. Huber in the backfield. The Red Devils going with 4 wide. There's jumping up front from the right defensive end. That's a big fella. Now you look out there and you think if number 58, Larry Harris, 6'3", 250, just a sophomore, and he looks bigger than 6'3", and he's an animal. He's the one that jumped offside, so it'll be first down and 5. I mean, he dwarfs everybody. I think they cheated him on the roster on his height. He looks more like he's about 6'5", 6'6", coming off that right edge. Richmond will try to run the football. Nope, they're going to throw it. Ball's going to be caught. Holguin on the reception, 30, out to around the 35, and the Red Devils get a first down. Good fake that time by the quarterback, Alex Snedeker. 18.2 remaining here in the third. I think Richmond will probably let the clock run out here in the third quarter. And that's going to do it for period number 3 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. The Red Devils trail this one 45-0. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Final 12 minutes here at Leibold Field. By the way, the Wildcats have now started to empty their bench. They have all kinds of new faces in there. I think all the starters are pretty much out now for Lawrence North. We saw a couple of these guys playing early, but again, every starter is out on defense. Red Devils trying to run it again over the left side. Huber fumbles it. Ball is loose. Lawrence North football. Well, the Red Devils turn it over for the fourth time, and jumping on the loose football was Johan Victoria, backup linebacker. And the Red Devils have another player down. Well, Huber trying to, well, you don't blame Stefan trying to make something happen. Ball just popped out of his hands. He's a little bit gimpy, heading to the sidelines. The Red Devils now, that's Jacob Jones, their senior offensive defensive lineman. He might have got chopped at some point. That's another starter they may not see the rest of the night. Brenton Thomas still on the bench. We mentioned Wyatt Bird. He is out. I can tell you right now, this final 11 minutes plus cannot go fast enough. For the Wildcats, of course, the damage you have here, not only do you lose the football, you give the Wildcats pretty good field position at the Richmond 37-yard line. Then the Wildcats will bring in all these young guys who want to prove that they deserve some playing time at the varsity level. And so Richmond will get their best from all these JV players and such that'll be coming into the lineup. Of course, now there's a little bit of a mix-up on who's going to be in the lineup. So Lawrence North, they're going to call a timeout. And we will take a quick break as well. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils down 45-0.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sOfRichmond.com.
11:51 remaining in the fourth. The timeout called by Lawrence North. They're still trying to figure out their personnel as they, again, have pretty much taken every starter out of the lineup. We'll try to see who the new quarterback is. It'll be first down and 10. Oh, my. There's another flag. I have a feeling that this fourth quarter might take a while. That looks like Anthony Safford. Safford is a 5'9" junior. He wears number 19. So Anthony Safford, the new quarterback now for Lawrence North. Now the flag went down, but nobody moved anything. So apparently the official was waiting to count how many players the Wildcats had on the field. Safford again under center. And Lawrence North will run the football, and a nice gain over the right side as we'll pick him up as we go. And we're going to see all kinds of new players in here. Trayvon Hatchett is a 5'7" freshman. That was Hatchett, number 20 on the carry. Now the freshmen on the field right now have completely different, though they're white, they have completely different uniforms than the other players do. So right now there are 2 freshmen in the lineup for the Wildcats. Second down and about 5 as Richmond working that 4-man front. Hand off, fumble, Richmond football. On the fumble, Red Devils will get it back. On the recovery, Jack Guiley. Guiley, a sophomore. 5'8", 135 pounds, a backup defensive back, and Guiley comes in to recover the fumble for the Red Devils. Trying to keep an eye on another injured player, and I hate to tell you this, but if that is Sam Gamboa, I don't think it is Gamboa. But Richmond having another player coming off the field holding his left shoulder. We may not have anybody. That's LaMarcus Thompson. He's played well at times in the first 2 games. He's a junior. He comes out holding that left shoulder. That's not good news. Richmond will now bring into the lineup young man we saw last week, DeMarco Owens. He's a freshman. He got the carry. Owens may get a yard. The Red Devils will just try to run the football, I'm sure, as much as they possibly can and get out of here. They just want to survive. So it'll be second down for the Red Devils. Let's call it second down and 9. Trayshawn Jones probably going to have to try to get it in his hands at 6'4", a little bit more as the season progresses. They tried tonight going deep, and here is Jones. There he is. Ball caught, 45, and a first down. Yeah, Jones, big target at 6'4", pretty good hands. .10:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. I want to remind you once again, we'll talk with Coach Lewis not only after the game tonight. We'll have him each and every week on Inside Richmond Football exclusively on Radio Troy Digital Sports every week. Snedeker hands it off, and tough yards up the middle again by the freshman DeMarco Owens. And a little scrum right there at around the 49-yard line. I mentioned the Wildcats have all kinds of new players in as well, so you're looking at Richmond trying to go with as many starters as they can, but sprinkled in with a few backups, and Wildcats going with a whole slew of new players. 9:35 remaining. Snedeker going the distance so far tonight. We'll see if this will be maybe his final series this evening. If Richmond will go younger, not try to afford to get another injury. Snedeker throwing deep and almost intercepted again. That time Trayshawn Jones went from wide receiver to defensive back to prevent the third interception of the night. That's a pretty good throw, just a little bit long. Speaking of Snedeker, probably going to have to let Trayshawn get that pattern developed a little bit slower, as Alec throwing the football pretty quick, and he had decent time. But he is generally overthrown when he goes deep, his receivers here tonight. 3rd down and 6. Alec this time will throw to the opposite side, and it's going to go nowhere. May get back to the line of scrimmage. On the reception was John Carter, the freshman. So put the football at the 49. And we're at 4th down and 6. Now Richmond putting up points on the board last week against Connorsville, but they knew coming into this one here tonight, this will be a completely different animal to face. 8:35 remaining. I think Red Devils going to go ahead and go for it right here. At 4th down and 6, Snedeker again out of the shotgun and jumping at the line of scrimmage. That'll be an offsides again on the Wildcats. That's the big fella on that right edge we mentioned a few minutes ago. That is Larry Harris at 6'3", 250 pounds. We said he looks bigger than 6'3". Now, that might be because everybody else out there got a lot smaller. So many changes. 4th down and 1 now for Richmond. Owens. Ball almost stripped out of his hands. I think he might have gotten the first down before he's driven back, but his forward progress. Now they're going to see Lawrence North stripped it out of his hands. The outside official now going to say first down. So they're going to say that's what he was shaking his head about. He was saying stop the play because his forward progress was stopped and he got the first down. So Richmond moving the chains, and again DeMarco Owens on the first down carry. .747 now remaining here in this one. Snedeker again to throw. Here comes pressure. Snedeker able to get away. Here they come. Better get rid of it. He got driven out of bounds. He's going to lose about 4, maybe 5 yards. On the stop, Tyler Burns, a backup linebacker, just a freshman. Burns making the tackle that time for the Wildcats, put the football at the 50. Boy, we still have 7:33 remaining in this one. We mentioned earlier, we'll post the scores for you. Either you can stay up and we'll get them for you a little bit later, or you can wait till tomorrow morning. We'll have our sports page headed your way like we do each and every day. The only sports page updated scores in the community. Ball caught by Trayshawn Jones, breaks tackles, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And the Red Devils get on the board, 50-yard touchdown pass from Alex Snedeker to Trayshawn Jones, and Richmond getting their first 6 points of the night. Now, good job by Trayshawn Jones. Able to break a couple of tackles and off to the races for the score. So Richmond will not be shut out in this one here tonight, as Stephen Huber will come in to attempt the extra point. Alex Snedeker is the holder. The kick is on the way. It is a line drive kick, and it is good. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils trail this one 45-7.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters. A division of Richmond Power and Light.
Well, good news for the Red Devils here tonight. They get that goose egg off the board. 50-yard touchdown pass again to Trayshawn Jones. Boy, you can kind of tell the Red Devil players, they come into the sideline. Those guys are gassed in this one. We're probably going to see a whole lot of new players come in eventually for the Red Devils. Snedeker, his second touchdown pass of the season. had a touchdown last week. There you see the special teams on the field once again, and we have a new kicker, I believe. So Huber may be done for the night. And we'll try to pick up, that's number 8. That is Gage Pewterbaugh. Pewterbaugh is a sophomore. So Pewterbaugh puts a leg into this one, and it goes out of bounds on the far side, and that'll bring flags on. So Pewterbaugh, again, looks like he will be a good football player, given more time, but this one, again, out of bounds, and so the Wildcats will take over the football. 1st and 10, 7:21 remaining. When they make Huber didn't even kick off, though he's playing on defense. They made him go out and pick up the tee. 35-yard line here for the Wildcats. There you see some of the Red Devils student section still here tonight cheering on the Red Devils. That's a pretty good turnout. First and 10, we'll move the football again back to the 30, not 35. 7:21 remaining. Wildcats once again with all kinds of new faces in there. Now we see there's 4 freshmen, 3 or 4 freshmen in the lineup. Big carry across the 35, still on his feet, finally brought down near the 38-yard line. Number 30 on the carry that time for the Wildcats. And unfortunately, we don't see a number 30 on their roster. In fact, about half their roster is not even here. Football at the 39. It'll be 2nd down and about 2 for Lawrence North. Wildcats are going to run it again, 1st down. That'll get out to about the 46-yard line. Romero Warren is another freshman listed as a linebacker. And football at the 47-yard line for Lawrence North. Down to 6:33 remaining. Huber's out, so it looks like he's done for the night. Red Devils' Jacob Jones on the sideline. Trayshawn Jones out as well as Richmond continues to empty their bench. Near fumble. And the handoff up the middle again. I think it may have been number 10 one more time. Romero Warren on the carry. And the football placed at the Richmond 47-yard line. Wildcats will have it 2nd down. Let's call it 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Lawrence North looking to throw. Ball is in the air, and that'll fall incomplete. Good coverage downfield for the Red Devils. We mentioned this young man earlier. There is Jack Guiley again. So Guiley making the nice play, the 5'8", 135-pound sophomore. That'll stop the clock at 5:36 remaining. Lawrence North will run the football again around the right side. Plenty of running room. And still on his feet inside the 20. See if there's any flags down. Don't see any flags at the moment. So another nice run by the Wildcats. Good enough for a 1st down and more. And this is a very, very long 4th quarter. Red Devils make another change on the defensive side of the football. Oh, they say there is a flag down. I didn't see where it was, but it is holding. Seth Jett coming in now for the Red Devils. He's just a sophomore, 5'9", 213 pounds. He has come in. Also into the Red Devil lineup. Again, we mentioned the numbers on our roster. They're listed by their grade, so it's hard to pick up who some of the players are. Lawrence North backed up. It'll be third down and about 5. And Wildcats run it again. That's going to be good enough for a first down to the 40. Trayvon Hegler there, I believe, the freshman. Hegler on the carry. And we're down to 5:01 remaining. So first down now for Lawrence North. This time they'll work out of the shotgun. Well, right now it's all for Richmond, just keeping people healthy. Ball tipped, a little bit of a hard throw that time to the sideline. That'll be incomplete. So now it'll be second down. No more injuries. .433 remaining as you see the Wildcats to the line of scrimmage. They're one man short, a little bit late coming on, but in time. Still 10 on the play clock. The Wildcats run it again. Boy, they got a nice block. There's another flag down. They're about 3 flags down. All these should be on the Wildcats. There you see the indication against Lawrence North. Well, if I'm not mistaken, this will not be a game that will be played next year. This is a one-time deal. I think the Red Devils were able to get out of this contract for next season, so they won't face the Wildcats in Game 2 next year. And we'll put the football again at the 49-yard line. .420 remaining. Wildcats this time go 3 wide with an H-back to the right. Single setback. Long count, the play action pass. They'll throw down the middle. Ball's going to be caught inside the 20 and brought down at around the 15. Nice pass play by the Wildcats as they get the first down and more. Lawrence North trying to get another 6 points on the board, this time working their junior varsity players and a few freshmen scattered in as well. So now 1st and 10, football again at the 15-yard line. Wildcats look to run it. Gain of a couple. Romero Warren again in on the carry for Lawrence North. Put the football at the 7. 3:09 remaining. This time split backfield for the Wildcats. They'll run it over the right side. 10-5 and into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Wildcats put 6 more on the board. That was Leonard Wharton, I believe, or nope, Trayvon Hegler. Hegler again, the freshman, 5'7", 150 pounds. Able to put that one in the end zone, 51-7. And we will see the kicker come back in one more time here, and that'll be Connor Benson, the senior. And the extra point is good, and Benson hits another. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils trail at 52-7.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
.247 remaining back here at Leibold Field in Richmond as the Red Devils will see their record fall to 1-1 on the season. Lawrence North will go to 2-0. 2 straight games in which they put some big-time numbers on the board, beating Perry Meridian last week. And now putting together a solid performance here tonight. They have now scored 64 and 52 points in the first 2 games of the year. Deep kick once again. That'll go out of the end zone, and a touchback once again as Richmond will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Best Western Classic of Richmond. If you're visiting the Richmond area, there is one clear choice when you want a place to stay. That's Best Western Classic. They're dedicated to providing you with the best possible travel experience because they operate in an industry that's built on trust and guest satisfaction. At Best Western Classic of Richmond, you get the most amenities, including an indoor pool, fitness center, conference space, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and, of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, 533 West Eaton Pike. 2:47 remaining. Alex Snedeker stays in the ball game. Looks like Jacob Jones has come back in as well as the Red Devils back out on offense as they'll run the football. And there's the young guy once again is getting the call for Richmond is DeMarco Owens. And Owens will bring it to the 32-yard line. Snedeker, one of the few starters still in the ball game, but I see that Holguin is still in. Hill has come back into the lineup as well. Looks like the offensive line is pretty much intact as well, so they've left all 5 of those guys in the ball game. Owens hands it off, or Sid should say Snedeker hands it off to Owens, and their flags are down. 1:59 to go. It appears that this is a all-freshman team out there right now for Lawrence North. Yeah, they've got every player they have in the lineup now a freshman. Well, they brought 3 buses, and they're going to get everybody that is at least I would say the majority of everybody they brought got a chance to play here tonight. 1:45 to go. Snedeker again out of the shotgun. Snedeker will keep it and throw. Ball's going to be caught, nowhere to go by Holguin as he is tackled out on the flat. Good open field tackle. Richmond trying to run this down so you don't have to run too many more plays as they look to the sideline, and still 1:12 to go. 20 seconds remaining on the play clock. So Richmond next week will set their sights on Indianapolis Tech. Tech, one of 4 teams out of the NCC who won last week. Or I should say they did lose last week. Only 4 teams out of the NCC won. Snedeker on the keeper. Boy, be careful right there. Don't want to lose him as Snedeker brought down. Football will be placed at about the 33-yard line, maybe 32. And Richmond will have to run one more play, and this one will be over. Snedeker will work with the 4 receivers, as Owens will stay in as the running back, and Snedeker on the keeper, and he tosses it in the air. That's probably not the thing to do right there, but he was gang tackled by about 4 different players. 5.8 to go. We thought maybe that was going to be the last play of the ball game, but we're going to maybe do one more. We'll wrap it up pretty quick and remind you again, next week, first road game in the conference coming up, as we will travel to Indianapolis Tech, take on the Titans. That will be a 7 o'clock kickoff. Our pregame will begin at 6:30. Final play right here, and DeMarco on the carry, and that will do it. So the Red Devils drop it home here tonight. Final score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard: Lawrence North 52, Richmond 7. We'll wrap it up in a moment. This has been Richmond Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Well, as we wrap it up tonight, a reminder, the Red Devils on the road next week. Indianapolis Tech will be on the air at 6:30. Kickoff is at 7. Don't forget this week, Inside Richmond Football with head coach Tony Lewis coming up early in the week as well. And as always, we'll have tons of interviews from players and coaches from around the area throughout the entire week as we concentrate on high school football again in week number 3. But your final score, Lawrence North 52, Richmond 7. This has been Richmond Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.